very good evening to all. I am Ashika Singh, your host. Today's topic of The Voice is as special as the guest we are talking about, Dr. Nirja Birla, who recently visited JCRC College for the Ikigai event. The outcome and the motive of Ikigai is to give students the right way and knowledge about different problems they face, and most importantly, make them comfortable to speak their heart out in a safe and non-judgmental space given by Ikigai. Let's hear out the speech given by our respected guest, Dr. Nirja Birla.
Good afternoon to everybody here at the JCRC. A big hello to all the students and the faculty of this wonderful institution. I have to say it's been a wonderful experience since the morning. The vibes are very, very positive. It's a great amount of learning that is happening here. And I've really enjoyed the morning that I've spent here. And I really look forward to coming back. Particularly, I think also being in Rajasthan, being in Jaipur, I think it's a homecoming of sorts for me as well. Families from Pilani and Rajasthan always holds a great place in my heart. It's been wonderful to be welcomed here. The hospitality has been just unmatched. So thank you so much for that. To the Vice Chairperson Amit Agarwal and Vice Chairperson Arpit Agarwal, Vice Chancellor Professor Victor Gambhir, Director Digital Strategies Dhimant Agarwal, and Dean Jaipur School of Business Professor Renu Parikh for inviting me here today. I must say your welcome and your introduction was, should I say, I was of course humbly proud to hear it when I was hearing it, but it was also very embarrassing. But thank you so much for that. I have to say big congratulations to Sumedha Soni, convener of the Ikigai. I think what you're doing is absolutely fantastic. And to the Super 30 who are on this path of self-exploration, which in itself is a huge step out of your comfort zone. There are not many people I know in this age category who would want to embark on this path. So, like you very rightly said, it's the journey that is very important. The destination, yes, but it is the journey that is going to really evolve you and going to make you the people that you're going to become. So congratulations on embarking on this journey. It's very, very heartening for me to see that the university is actually giving this so much importance. I think it's extremely important, and we try to do that in schools as well that we are running. But for a university to do it, I think it's very, very, very inspiring. So kudos to y'all for thinking about this and putting this forth. Also, what is wonderful to see is that the huge cohort of students that you have, and bringing up concepts like Ikigai to there is huge. Like I just said, I think for the students also, this knowledge that you will get. Of course, the academic knowledge is very important, but this knowledge of and the life skills that you will learn along the way, I think will really positively impact your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. And I think you are going to really be life ready with these skills in hand. So what really is Ikigai? I think we all talk about Ikigai. I think Iki means life, as we all know, and Gai means worth. So what does Ikigai really stand for? It stands for what gives purpose and meaning to one's life and for one's reason for being. I think we need 4 things in life, and I think I really stand by that. Something that you love to do, which is a passion. Something that the world needs, which is a mission. Something that you're good at, which is a vocation. And then something that you can get paid for, which is your profession. And where all these 4 intercept, I believe one finds your Ikigai there, where you have an amalgamation of all 4. Very fortunate are those who find the Ikigai in life, because very often one just goes along in life. But when you're able to find this sweet spot where all 4 converge, is your Ikigai. Each individual in this world is unique. Each of us have our own journeys. No 2 journeys can be the same. There is no real formula for finding oneself. So like what you're already doing, each journey of self-exploration has to be exclusive and customized, and it has to take its own path and time. And that actually is exactly what happened to me. And I think mine has been a very organic journey. It wasn't very set out and well planned. It's just evolved, and it has grown as I have grown along. And my journey with 3D and my relationship with Ikigai has also evolved. Once I started my work in education and mental health, that's when I realized that that's what my Ikigai is, which is making a difference to people's life. And that is what gives me most satisfaction. And that's where, for me, all four intercept: the passion, the mission, the vocation, and the profession. That's where what has merged for me. I think helping people and giving back is the crux of it, and making a positive impact in people's lives, even in the smallest of ways. It doesn't have to be very earth-shattering, but I think giving back, and when people come back and tell me that yes, it has helped them, that is what is heartening and motivating, and that's what we are doing at Empower, for example. And along with that, I think all of us will agree that when you get that kind of feedback, it is extremely overwhelming and a very humbling experience. I think what is important to note as you're on your journeys of self-exploration, is that finding one's purpose in life, there are two things. One, that it's going to take time to discover it. It can take years. It's not something that's going to be overnight. So don't be disheartened if you're constantly feeling, I don't know what my purpose in life is. I don't know what I'm doing. It's going to evolve. Continue doing what you're doing, and trust me, it will evolve. It will grow on you. It's not going to be overnight. It is going to take time. So, for example, even Steve Jobs, he was passionate about spiritual enlightenment, Western history, other things, Eastern dance. But his passion for technology is what evolved over time, and then that finally became his purpose. And the other thing is, which goes along with this, is that your Ikigai will evolve with time. What you think is your purpose today, which may be true, may be different from your purpose that is going to evolve into the next 15 years. But that doesn't, so when you look back, does it mean that you wasted the 15 years of your life or the X number of years? No, you haven't, because back then, that is what your purpose in life was. As you evolve, as you change as a person, your journey changes you as a person, your Ikigai also evolves. So it is something that is going to impact and keep changing your sense of purpose as well. I saw this quote outside also, and I think I really resonate with it. It's by Albert Einstein, and it says, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you have to keep moving. So as you progress through various ups and downs of life, the path of discovering and rediscovering yourself will also unfold. Some of these stages will be beautiful. Some of them, as we all know, will be marked by challenges. There are several questions that you may have. And as you discover these wonderful facets of life, you will realize what your purpose and your Ikigai is. Along this journey, when you are faced with questions, the one thing that you must always believe in is yourself. And just follow through with that. There will be hurdles, but it is this belief in yourself that is going to keep you on that path, and that is what will keep you self-empowered and bring you joy as you move along with it. I think for me, and I think for all of us, what is important is that to know that the one thread that actually is seeing me through the various challenges of life is the efforts at taking care of yourself, for your body, your mind, and your soul, which I think is very important, your PMS. I will come to the mind later, but let me tell you about the soul first. We all feel that spirituality and leading a spiritual way of life is something that we need to look at beyond retirement. But I think that's a huge myth. And what you are doing very much is being on the path of spirituality already, which I think is great. There are very few people, like I said in the past, who really get on this path, and very few youngsters. But having a spiritual way of life, bringing about a balance in everything that you do, is what will really stand during the test of time. And developing this system into a lifestyle from a young age, which will really help you get a balanced approach in life. To become friends with all the different aspects and adventures of life, you must always keep coming back to that self-care. Keep looking after your mind, your body, and your soul. It's a very simple formula. Even if you spend 20 minutes of your day doing that, I think you've got it set. So spend 20 minutes on your body, which is your exercise, 20 minutes on your mind, and 20 minutes on your soul, which is any kind of meditative practice that you have. 20, 20, 20. This brings me to mental health. As we all know that mental health, and it's my belief that it is probably becoming more important than physical health. Physical health is something that we all do and we must continue doing, but we have to lay focus on mental health as well, because without good, robust mental health, our journey into self-exploration, finding our purpose just becomes that much more enjoyable. No one better than you students to know how difficult and how prevalent mental illness has become. In fact, what you were saying, Sumedha, very much so post-pandemic, the challenges that you're faced, I think was faced across. And I think pandemic, that was a silver lining. It really brought into focus the white elephant that was mental health, that is sitting very much in all our rooms, in all our houses, in all our lives. As we all know, there are a lot of external factors that cause this. Of course, there is a huge genetic disposition also, but there are a lot of external factors as well. As we all know, there are relationship issues, a lot of peer pressure, a lot of academic pressure, a lot of pressure from parents, low self-esteem. There are various factors that can lead to mental health issues. So it's important to know what the red flags are. And I'm so happy that we have inaugurated the Empower Cell now at the university. And again, kudos to the governing body over here to think that mental health need is so important. So congratulations to that. Having the Empower Cell here, which will really look after your mental health needs as well. Therapists and counselors will treat it with utmost confidentiality and treat students with respect. Our Empower Cells and the other universities are also doing well, and I'm sure the Empower Cell here is here to look after your mental health needs and will do very well as well. I'm sure it'll become a great asset to everybody on campus. I would urge all students to take advantage of it and to help us help you, so that you can have the right coping mechanisms in place to better your mental health and help find your true self and your ikigai. Always put your mental health first, always be alive in the present, and always be authentic to yourself. Thank you and cheers to a wonderful life ahead.
Hello everyone, so now we are having Ms. Sumedha Soni ma'am, the convener of Ikigai. So my first question to you ma'am is, how would you describe Ikigai as?
So, Ikigai, the word has a lot of meanings. If I talk about the grammatical meaning of it, the literal meaning of it, that is the purpose of life or what your life is worth for. And it takes years for oneself or an individual to actually reach and find that purpose of one's life. Coming and talking about my initiative as the convener, so our initiative also works around this. We try to create a space where one can explore what they are doing, why they are doing, and how they can be more comfortable with themselves. So our initiative just basically revolves around the journey of one, and we try that every participant who is with us gains more understanding about himself or herself.
Okay, thank you. The next question is, what inspired you the most about Dr. Nirja Birla?
I guess everything about her is inspiring. Her aura, her humbleness. And so when I was dropping her back to airports, being a naive and being very young, I was thinking that she might be wanting to stay quiet for a while because she just said the speech and she was traveling since the morning. So, but what an energy she had. We talked, I think 25 minutes out of 25 while reaching to the airport. So her energy level, her the way she talks, the way she forms her thought, and how beautifully and how pure thoughts generate in her mind. So that was inspiring.
What a wonderful answer. The next question is, where do you see Ikigai in 5 years?
That's actually, I want to Ikigai grow as beautifully as it is growing right now. I want my initiative to thrive, and we are working on how continuously we can contribute as more segments to the RNGCRC community. I understand that the quality of initiative limits us to the number of 30 to 40 maximum in one segment. So number wise, quantity wise, we cannot expand it. But yes, our team is trying harder and harder to produce more segments each year.
Okay, the next question is, as the event was about mental health, so in what way does mental health harms a human life?
I think it gives us in a way we cannot even explain to others, right? So if I'm injured physically, every person looking at me is seeing my wound and is aware about my illness. Mental health is something which is beyond it, right? We might be sitting next and very close to a person who is just not feeling right, or who might be even thinking of giving up, and we don't even know that what that person is dealing with. So the first thing that mental illness do is it shatters the confidence level of an individual, which creates the fear of interactions with others, and so many other things. Like, if I'm not able, and if I'm not even confident that I can express myself, I will start cutting out myself with my friends, with my family, and this will leave me alone in my problem. So I'm already in a problem, and then mental health or the situation of depression will make me feeling alone all the time, and I will be left alone in my problem. So mental health is something we should now at least start talking about it, take it more seriously. And I think we are bringing a change to the community, and we are moving towards a society where we can talk about what we are dealing with without any fear of judgment, and we find somebody in our crisis.
Okay, next question is 5 mantras you will follow to achieve a perfect mental health.
What I follow, okay. So I am a wildlife photographer also. So for me, whenever I'm stressed, I go to jungle. And that is what I suggest to everybody else is find a place or find something that you can do in stress. Because we cannot avoid stress, we cannot avoid crisis. That is something which is going to happen. But what we can do is we can find a place, or we can find a hobby, we can find something that we can do when we know the crisis will arrive, to keep ourselves calm. So my go-to place is jungle. I go to safaris, I see mammals, cats, big cats, or I do birding. So that's my go-to place. That's the first thing I do. Second is very important, although very cliche, but very important. Focus on your health, focus on your physique, take a good walk, 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, whichever works for you, whatever you can fit in your schedule. But make sure that it is consistent. Right? Consistency is very important when it comes to your physical health. So whatever efforts you are putting, make them consistent. So focus on your physical health, do exercises as much as you can. Then prepare your outlets. If you should know that this is my response of outing. हो सकता है वो चिल्लाना हो. You might shout, you might cry, you might go to silence for next 2 days. So understand your pattern of response, that what you usually do, understand that and try to work on it, right? So if your go-to thing after a crisis is, let's say you go for silence, right? So start working on it. Give yourself a purpose to communicate with somebody, right? Or find a person whom you can share anything, anytime with. It is hard, but sometimes we have to take a leap of faith, and we have to trust somebody whom we can share everything with, right? So start working on it. Find your outlet and be consistent with your outlets also. You cannot keep everything within yourselves for a longer time. At a point of time, you will burst, right? So rather than bursting, make a good pipeline of outlets, right? So that will help you. Eat healthy. What we are is basically what we eat. So it's actually magic, right? So if I am eating an apple today, after 4 days, I am the apple. Apple is vanished. So what we eat is what we are. Eat healthy. It will keep your body and your mind and soul healthy. So focus on what you are getting to eat, what you are intaking. Yeah.
So thank you so much for your interview, ma'am. It means a lot. Thank you.
So, hello guys, myself Pranav Sharma, and I'm currently studying in second year BBA, and also the founder of Ikigai, and I'm also the co-convener of it. And we recently had our felicitation ceremony of segment 2, that is Parijay, journey towards exploring the red flags of eliminating the red flags of self-exploration. And we hosted Dr. Neerja Birla as the chief guest of the ceremony. Ma'am is the founder and chairperson of the Aditya Birla Education Trust, and she also signed an MOU with the GCRC University regarding the Empower Cell. Empower Cell is a mental health counseling cell which has been set up in a university in Engineering Block first floor, and it will provide psychiatric and psychology counseling to the students, teachers, and the parents of the students who wants it and who desires to go there, and if they are facing any problems such as anxiety, depression, and stress. Yes, so ma'am also delivered a keynote session at JCRC Foundation's auditorium, in which she highlighted the importance of mental health, wellness, and social well-being. Ma'am also explained the very meaning of Ikigai and what things to do when you are overstressed, when you are overthinking, when you are overworking, and all the things that are being faced by the students of this age group of 19 to 20. And they will be now we are moving forward towards our third segment in the month of August, and yes, this is how we'll be moving forward.
How was your experience to meet Neerja Birla in person?
So Neerja Birla ma'am is a very dynamic and down to earth person. Being a person from the Birla family, the prestigious Birla family, they are the topmost richest person in the country, of even in the Asia. She's too much ground to earth, and the most important thing which I think everyone liked about her is her aura, is her presence, how she makes people comfortable around her. It's the comfort in her voice, the what we say like in Hindi, like sahanshilta, and the therav in her voice is too good. And ma'am was too confident about this program. Ma'am was also very happy that the university is doing so much towards mental health, like being setting up a Empower Cell, and from the past 2 years running this Ikigai initiative, and supporting students to in the extracurricular activities to let them grow. So the total experience was superb and extremely good.
How do you consider mental awareness as an important aspect in a person's life?
So what I consider mental health to be the top-notch barrier in a person's life. If the person's mental health is not appropriate, is not good, he might behave like a normal person, but he won't last in that particular setup for a long time. Your professional mental health, your personal mental health is important for your life to continue and to keep sustaining. So in Ikigai, my experience was totally enormous and totally, because I have been there from the very first day in Ikigai, and I've seen students grow, I've seen people working, I've seen things happening, I've seen the change happen, I've seen the magic happen. Like many people ask, how do you sustain this program for 4 months? How do you, the बच्चे class में नहीं आते हैं, but still how are you managing to keep the 40-50 sessions in 4-5 months? So we say we don't do any magic, but we try to let magic happen in those students, and that is the truth of it. They like being with us, they feel comfortable around us. We provide them with what we say the non-judgmental closed consciousness step for the space for to let them speak, to let them grow, to let them listen. So I think the total experience was just beyond words. I can't put it in 3 to 4 words.
How have you managed the stress of deadlines?
So tight guidelines has always been a thing with Ikigai, because we have to complete we have a 3 months or 4 months of time allotted from college, and we have to complete around 50 sessions and with our individual counseling sessions, and we have to manage classes of students. We have to manage our own classes, and we have to almost twice in a week we have to do each day 2 to 3 hour sessions. So yes, the timeline has been always an issue, but from the last 2 segments we have been able to manage those timelines, and we have been able to comprehend those timelines, and it has been truly I won't say it has been impossible, but it has been truly hard to manage those timelines. Like Nisha Birla ma'am also, we had a timeline we had to complete the Empower Cell in the 7 days. So yeah, it has been difficult, but yeah, at the end of the day there's a team to handle it, and they handle it very perfectly.
The initiative seeks to address the growing need for mental health awareness among students in the country, as studies have shown a significant increase in the number of students facing mental health issues, such as anxiety, depression, and stress. The project aims to offer students support by setting up an Empower Cell at the university, which will function as a counseling center where students can speak openly about their lives and mental health.